When people talk about the best American family SUV, most of them immediately think of something safe, practical, and maybe a little boring. But then the Dodge Durango GT America 250 enters the conversation and completely changes the mood. Because this is not one of those SUVs that disappears in a parking lot. This is not one of those family cars that makes you feel like you gave up personality the moment you had kids. The Durango GT A250 is one of the rare three-row SUVs that still feels bold, muscular, and unapologetically American, while also delivering the space, technology, comfort, and everyday usability a real family actually needs. And honestly, that is what makes this SUV so interesting. It is trying to blend two worlds that usually do not come together very well. On one side, you have the family side of the equation. You need 3 rows, enough room for grocery runs, school bags, road trips, and a comfortable cabin for long drives. On the other side, you still want a vehicle that has presence. Something that looks powerful, sounds confident, and makes you feel like you are driving something special instead of just another anonymous crossover. The Durango has always lived in that sweet spot, and this America 250 version pushes that identity even further. From the first look, the design tells you exactly what kind of SUV this is. It has that long hood, wide stance, and aggressive front-end attitude that feels closer to a muscle car than a typical family hauler. Dodge has always been good at giving its vehicles that intimidating road presence, and the Durango is one of the clearest examples of that design language. On the 2026 model, Dodge is also leaning into the patriotic theme of the America 250 edition, with special touches and color choices that connect directly to that concept. Recent Dodge announcements say the A250 models feature colors tied to the America 250 theme, including red oxide, white knuckle, and night moves, along with other familiar Durango shades. And that matters more than people think. Because for family buyers, styling is often overlooked in reviews, but it absolutely affects ownership satisfaction. You look at your SUV every single day. You walk up to it in the driveway. You load your kids into it. You take it on vacations. You drive it to dinner. So if you are going to spend serious money on a vehicle, you want something that still excites you. The Durango does that. It looks tough. It looks expensive. It looks distinctly American. And unlike many modern SUVs that have become rounded and generic, this one still has character. Step inside, and the Durango continues to make a strong case for families. One of the biggest strengths of this SUV is that it gives you 3-row practicality without feeling like you are driving a giant box. Dodge says the Durango seats up to 7, offers over 50 seating configurations, and can open up to a maximum of 85. 1 cubic feet of cargo space. That kind of flexibility is exactly what family buyers want because daily life is never one size fits all. Some days you need every seat. Other days you need cargo room for luggage, shopping bags, sports gear, or a weekend getaway. The interior also feels more driver-focused than many competitors. A lot of family SUVs are designed purely around function, which is fine, but they can end up feeling bland. The Durango, on the other hand, gives you a cabin that still feels connected to performance. Dodge highlights the available 10.1-inch Uconnect 5 touchscreen and support for up to 5 user profiles, which is genuinely useful in a household where multiple people drive the same vehicle. Everyone can keep their own preferences, which makes daily use smoother and more personalized. Then there is the engine. This is where the Durango GT A250 separates itself from so many other family SUVs on the market. The standard GT setup uses Dodge's 3.6-liter Pentastar V6, producing 295 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque, paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Dodge also says this V6 setup can tow up to 6,200 pounds in the right configuration and deliver up to 26 highway miles per gallon. Now think about what that means in real life. For most families, that is more than enough power for school runs, highway merging, overtaking slower traffic, weekend trips, and even some towing duty if you have a small trailer, boat, or extra cargo to haul. This is a huge advantage because many three-row SUVs in this category feel underpowered the moment you fill them with passengers and luggage. The Durango still gives you a confident, solid, planted feel. It has the kind of power delivery that makes the vehicle feel ready for work, not stressed by it. That American character shows up in the driving experience too. Even in V6 form, the Durango has an old-school sense of strength that a lot of newer SUVs just do not have. It feels substantial. It feels heavy in a good way. It feels like it was built to handle family life with confidence, not just efficiency. And for a lot of buyers, especially those who want an SUV with personality, that matters a lot. The Durango does not feel like an appliance. It feels like a real machine. For families, safety and confidence are also a major part of the buying decision, and Dodge does include a number of available driver assistance features. According to Dodge's official material, available systems include blind spot monitoring with trailer tow detection, forward collision warning with full stop, adaptive cruise control with stop, and lane sense lane departure warning with lane keep assist. That is important because the Durango's size and power can sound intimidating on paper, but features like those make it easier to live with every day. Whether you are navigating city traffic, reversing in tight parking areas, or heading out on a long highway trip with the family, modern driver assistance adds a layer of reassurance that buyers expect in this price range. Speaking of price, that is the one area where some people may pause. Reports on the new America250 model say the V6-powered GT Plus AWD A250 starts at $51,585. That is not cheap, but here is the bigger question: what are you paying for? You are paying for space, presence, performance, character, towing capability, three-row flexibility, and a design that actually feels emotional in a market full of forgettable options. This is not the cheapest family SUV, and it is not trying to be. It is aimed at buyers who want family practicality without sacrificing attitude. So, should you buy it? If you are looking for the absolute most efficient, softest, most anonymous family mover possible, then no, the Durango GT A250 probably is not the right SUV for you. There are other crossovers that will lean harder into fuel economy and a more traditional family-first identity. But if you want a family SUV that still feels American, still looks aggressive, still has real road presence, still gives you useful power, and still handles the everyday demands of family life, then the Dodge Durango GT America250 makes a seriously strong argument. It offers the practical side that families need, but it wraps that practicality in something far more exciting than most rivals. And that is why this SUV stands out. It does not force you to choose between being responsible and having taste. It does not force you to leave excitement behind just because you need 3 rows and cargo space. The Dodge Durango GT A250 proves that a family SUV can still have muscle, style, character, and confidence. In a world where so many SUVs are starting to feel the same, that alone makes it special. And if you ask me, for buyers who want a family vehicle with true American personality, the Dodge Durango GT A250 is not just a good option. It might be one of the most compelling American family SUVs you can buy right now. Thanks for watching CarNova. If you enjoyed this review of the Dodge Durango GT America250, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss our next pickup truck, SUV, and upcoming car review. And let me know in the comments, would you buy the Durango GT America250 for your family, or would you go for something else? I'll see you in the next one.